when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. You gotta sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go. Everywhere you go. You gotta sing when you're winning. Get a goal, it's just the beginning. Sing, sing when you're winning. Everywhere you go.
Hello and welcome to episode 73 of the Sing When You're Winning, a fantasy football league oddity podcast featuring distant cousins of podcast royalty and a very special guest this week who we will reveal very shortly. But waiting in line for the podcast throne this week, it's myself, Jamie, we've got Lee, we've got Jersey Chris, and I believe we'll have Steve along any minute now. This still daylight Friday morning. It's getting a bit dark out there, to be honest. But yes, the question for this week, before we introduce our special guest, number 73. What does that mean to any of you guys? I think Lee might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, short arms, no neck, Sandy Toksvig.
Yes, the TV show. Yes, the very same Saturday morning TV program, number 73. Chris is looking at us. He's got no clue. What I mean, in Jersey, have you always lived in Jersey?
Yeah.
So did you get Saturday morning TV? What was your equivalent down in Jersey? I'll invite Steve at this moment in time.
We get we do get Saturday morning TV. Most of it's cooking shows every Saturday, isn't it?
It is now, but years ago there used to be like kids TV.
Going live.
You remember going live?
And then Pat Sharp's one, was it Funhouse?
Yeah, that wasn't Saturday morning, but Funhouse was kids TV. Maybe it was in Jersey. I don't know. So
have they only just got kids TV in Jersey or something?
Yeah, maybe must be. Yeah,
it's episode. We're talking number 73, Steve, because it's episode 73 of the pod, and we're saying, do you remember the TV show number 73?
No,
you don't. Lee does. It was a Saturday morning TV show with Sandy Toksvig, Neil Buchanan before he went on to his heart attack stuff, and a few others.
Sidebottom was on there a bit as well, wasn't he? I think
it was the ITV.
Whose line is it anyway? Wasn't she on that?
She was. Yeah.
But
it was like the ITV equivalent at the time of, I think it was Saturday Superstore before going live and all of that stuff. But yeah,
I was born in 81.
I was born in 79. That's not far off. I remember watching it.
Alfie's not heard of any of this stuff.
We knew that. I said when we introduced Alfie that he would definitely. I said, I bet £1 million the answer to this question from you is no. He's gonna not have a clue what the hell we're talking
Absolutely no idea.
But yeah. What was your favourite Saturday morning show then, Lee? Was it number 73 or was it something else?
I used to like Tiswas. Tiswas was brilliant because it was anarchic at the time. So yeah. Tiswas. Alfie, you won't know that either.
You won't know that either.
Absolutely no idea.
Yeah. Steve, did you ever watch Saturday morning telly? Or were you too busy out playing? Yeah. What did you like?
Swap Shop.
Yeah,
that was good.
I'm a bit too. It was a bit before my time. Swap Shop.
Swap Shop going live and then Chart Show.
Yes, the Chart Show was great as well. Yeah. Oh, see, Saturday morning used to be great, and now it's just, if I was a kid, I'd be really peed off because it's just wall to wall cookery programs. Yeah. Boring, absolutely boring. And even Soccer AM used to be amazing, and then Sky got rid of that and all. And the Sky stuff that's on now is crap and all. But let's crack on. Let's meet. Well, we've already heard from our special guest this week, but let's meet our special guest and ask him what Saturday morning TV he used to watch. But yes, it's his second season in Sing When You're Winning, and he's been doing this fantasy football gig for years. We'll find out a little bit more soon. But yes, welcome along for his debut on the Sing When You're Winning pod. It is Alfie Witter. Hello.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here. It's been a long time coming.
You said it's your first time ever on a podcast.
Yeah. I'm just going to be winging it. So yeah,
we do that every week.
What we do.
Yeah. 73 episodes, and we're just about getting away with it. I think it's probably fair to say. But yes, Saturday morning TV, Alfie. Anything? What did you used to watch growing up?
Honestly, I can't really remember. I'm not really that big on TV. Like as you mentioned there, I just think TV these days is just a load of nonsense, really.
It is,
especially this day and age. You've just got YouTube, Netflix, whatever. Like,
yeah.
All I really remember is watching a bit of Soccer AM Football Focus. In terms of like TV, like probably anything on CBBC or anything like that. Nickelodeon. So genuinely not really been that much into it.
But more into your footy on
just
Saturday.
more football. Yeah. And I was playing football Saturdays as well sometimes. So.
Awesome.
A really boring answer for you. I do apologise.
It's not a boring answer. Oh, wait, I'd have been surprised if you suddenly said, I used to love watching Trevor and Simon on Going Live. That would have shocked me. And you talk about swinging your pants and all that stuff. You don't know what I'm talking about at all now.
Absolutely no idea.
Double Dare, anyone? Anyone remember Double Dare? I'm loving it. Get me on kids' TV. I could chat all night. Anyway, we'll move swiftly on. But how's your season going, Alfie? Tell us how you're getting on this season.
It's been an interesting season. So we introduced the conference and League Two sort of mashed up. So I've gone up to League Two.
Good stuff.
Currently 4th place, I believe. I think it's 15 points or 18 points. Quite annoying. I had quite a high scoring week over the weekend and got beat by 3 points, I believe. So I think I'll be up there by the end of the season. I think I'll be all right.
Good. So you might get the pod bounce. We'll find out if last week's guest got the pod bounce, but most people this season have had the pod bounce and win their game. So,
however, as I mentioned before, I haven't done my team for this game week, so that might do us over.
But yes, at the time of this Friday morning, the deadline's just happened on Tuesday night for people listening in. So it's going to be an interesting one, and we are going to be previewing this week's games. So at the time of listening, you can see just how badly wrong we've got it potentially. So we'll come on and chat a little bit more around that in a minute, Alfie. But yes, so we look back at the previous game week, at game week 28. Then let's have a look back there. We'll start with Sheep, so the people who everyone's getting into their team. Donna Summer, everyone's jumping on right now. So Man City have got some favourable fixtures, I think, so it makes sense. Virgil van Dijk, everyone's kind of jumping on him. He's scoring points again. So, and again, Liverpool got some favourable fixtures. Wilson from Fulham, again, he scored. It was in the double points at the weekend for the first time in a while in Ekitike. So lots of people jumping on them. And then club, we've got Sanchez, who, I'm not being funny, I watched that game at the weekend and I thought I could do better. And I'm shitting goal, but I genuinely thought I could do better. So yes, he lots of people get rid of him as Mukulele. I can't even say the word. Is he the guy at Sunderland?
Yeah, I think he must be injured, is he?
So everyone's getting rid of him. Rodgers and Haaland, although the scout was saying literally before the deadline, before we came on air, that you shouldn't get rid of Haaland. They seem to think that Haaland will play, even though he didn't play the weekend. So I've kept him in my team as captain for this week. I just think it's one of those you can't afford not. If he's in your squad, you can't afford not to. And then you can always rely on your vice captain, like some of us did at the weekend. Sorry, Lee. So there we go. But those are the immediates. And then praised by the chairman this weekend. Very big score. Congratulations to Leon, who got 98 points, which is very impressive considering the highest points was at 125, and he was game week rank 18,650 out of 12 point whatever million. So that's very, very good. But sacked in the morning, I'm afraid to say, we're going to the Hawks household, and it's Indy Hawks who got 29 points. And he was game week ranked 11.8 million. So not as bad as some people have been.
No, normally in the 12 millions.
Normally in the 12 millions. And again, looking at his team, you look at that, he's got the likes of Cherky and Bremo, Rice, but then he's got Havertz up front, which seems a bit of a strange one for me. But he's got Donaldson in goal. But 29 points he got. But shall we have a look at the full classifieds, essentially, Steve, with yourself?
The average score worldwide was 53. In the Premier League, as you just said, Leon got 98, which thrashed Chris Dawkes, who was in Las Vegas all last week. I don't know if anyone saw him on the calendar news.
He was having a whale of a time with the Leeds fans, wasn't he?
Not a bad gig for him, was it? Then?
Absolutely not.
Tom Bird got an 88 to beat you, Chris, who only got 56. A bit of a thrashing for you down there.
It's a few defeats, Chris, for you, isn't it, recently?
It is, isn't it?
Got too cocky.
It seems to be every week, doesn't it? Ali Bruce Ball beat Nikolai Costa-Waldo 82-43. And Mr. Rick Witter beat Adam Devlin 72-58. So I don't know what's going on there. Is somebody picking his team for him, Alfie?
That's definitely. I don't know. Definitely not me. No, I don't know because usually he's down there, isn't he? Like,
he is. Yeah,
the other end.
Yeah,
always, but he just keeps winning. Although I noticed 2 people in the bottom 3 have got more points than Rick has, but Rick's like 6th. So I don't know how that works. It's just the luck must be on his side. Jim Daly beat me 76-73, and all of the bottom 3 lost, which is good news for you, Chris.
Thank you. Yeah, we keep going.
In the championship, Nicola got 88. She beat Carl Sewells 53. Joe Derrick at the top beat 3rd placed Alex Renton 77-66. Rich Lay beat Swanee 75-31. So Swanee was nearly sacked in the morning. He was slightly concerned he was going to be.
Yeah.
But he had Wirtz as his captain and Haaland as his vice captain. So
he was screwed. Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out for him. Jamie, you beat Lee 67-48.
Thanks to
thrashing.
Saturday night, I looked like I was getting hammered. I'm not going to lie. It was a good Sunday.
And Alistair Griffin beat Henry Mullen in the top of the table, 154-51. League One, Nigel Clark, who hadn't won for quite a while, got a much-needed win. He got 85-57 over Andy Cousins.
Good stuff.
Steve Wybrandt beat Craig Wilson, 82-70. Dave Atkins beat Pete Martini, 82-69. Mike Bushell, who I saw on Saturday afternoon in the pub, beat Ben Halliwell 74-69. So that was a good one because Ben's runaway leader there. And down at the bottom, Alfie's uncle Anton beat Jonas 48-44. So that helps him out. Like a Witterfest on this.
It is. It is.
Isn't it? League Two, the top 3 then are all on form and all won again. Mikey Austin Riley beat Marty Longstaff for 88-73. Felix White beat Casey Hawkes 85-47, and Joe Singleton beat Kev Sim 81-56. And Jack Bandera, who also won Manager of the Month for the second time this season, that's twice he's won it this year. Yeah. He beat you, Alfie. Sorry, Alfie, beat you 75-72. So it was
close game. Close game week.
Very close. And the Conference League, Finn, who was sacked in the morning last week with his 25 points, got 92 this week.
Wow.
With the team, so
did that pep talk work, Steve?
We said his team looked all right last week, didn't we? And then it's come good this week. So he beat Frank Day, who got 48. Freddie Gaminara beat Indy Hawks, who was the sacked in the morning, 77-29. And Ben Taylor has still not won a game, 53-66. He lost to Duke Witter, another Witter.
Another one taking over.
Sort of mentioned all of them this week, haven't we? If we look at the league tables, when I find them, they are in the Premier League. Top is Leon, then, who also praised by the chairman. He's top of the league. He's got 61 points. Second is Adam Devlin with 60 points. Then it's me with 58 and Jim Daly with 54. Rich Archer's got 54 as well. And then Rick Witter, 6th place he is. So 51 points. He's only 10 points off the top. Down at the bottom, Chris, you're 20th now, 33 points, but you're still 8 points clear of Andrew Chester, who's got 25, Nikolai, who's got 25, and Tim Ward, a bit behind on 21. Championship, Joe is now well clear at the top. He's 8 points clear of Alistair Griffin in second, and he's 15 points clear of 3rd place Alex Renton. So he's getting closer to getting promoted there after he nearly got relegated last year. The other playoffs are Ross Millard, Phil Pinder, and Michelle Gale is up into 6th. Jamie, you've just popped back into 10th.
Top 10, I know. It's up and down in that league.
42 points, which leaves you 10 points clear of relegation. And Lee's a point behind you on 41 points. Down at the bottom then, Swanee's in 17th with 37. There's a few teams on 37 actually, and then in the bottom three are Lee Nicholson, 5 points behind him with 32, Rich Pipes with 32, and Carl Jenkins, bottom as he has been all season, and he's got 24 points. So he's now
he must be almost gone now, Carl.
He loves bottom.
I'm sure he does.
That's going to go in the edit, isn't it, that one?
I'm keeping that in.
League One, Ben Halliwell, despite losing, is 3 points clear of Steve Wybrandt in second. Then there's Grace Maloney, Mike Bushell, Dave Atkins, and Ben Hope in the playoff spots there. Phil Quar is now 7th. And down at the bottom, Stu Kelly is 16th, but the relegation places are Nathan Clark, 34, Jonas Rodemo, 33, Nigel Clark off the bottom for the first time in a while, 30 points, and bottom is Vicky Sparks, who's just not getting going this season. And then the non-leaguey bits are, I'm going to find them. League Two, the top three, Mikey Austin Riley, Joe Singleton, and Felix White have all got 18. Alfie, you've got 15 just behind them, and then there's a bit of a gap to Jack Bandera, who's got 12. Then loads of teams on 9 points, right down to the bottom, where the bottom two are Marty Longstaff with 3 and Kev Sim with 3. And the Conference League, Adam Comstive lost his first game, so he's got 18 points. Craig Price has levelled up with him on 18 points. Duke Witter is up to 3rd place. He's got 15. And then it's just a mishmash of people after that. But Ben Taylor is rock bottom with no points from 7 games.
Wow.
Rock bottom of the rock bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't get any lower.
Strong shoulders and all of that. Good stuff. Well, thank you for that. There's, of course, no FPL this weekend. And at the time that you're listening, we're going to go and review some games very shortly, but we're going to look ahead to game week 31. What's exciting about game week 31? Anybody? I feel like a school teacher.
It's a blank week.
It is a blank week, exactly, because of
Blankety
the Carabao Cup final. So the scout over on the FPL app has come up with some suggestions and 3 main strategies if we want to get very strategic about it to consider when it comes to navigating game week 31. So the obvious one is play your free hit in blank game week 31 if anyone's got that left. I've currently got there's only 10 games left and I've got all of my chips, so I'm thinking I need to make sure that you don't run out of chips. A few people did that at the end of last season, didn't they? Didn't have chips to play. Oh, sorry, lost them, sorry.
Yeah, well, Ben Halliwell in League One, who's runaway leader, has got no chips left at all, and which is quite weird when you think it's chip season, if you like.
Yeah, you should be saving your chips. This is the time to use chips. But yes, essentially, the obvious thing to do would be to play your free hit in blank game week 31. And then obviously you get your squad back from game week 32. So that seems obvious. However, what they're saying is, there's a strong argument for trying to avoid that because it's likely that game week 34 will be a bigger and, in their words, even more problematic blank game week due to the FA Cup semi-finals taking place on the same weekend.
Yeah.
So if you want to hold fire on your free chip for game week 34, what you could do then, the second option, is play with 9 or 10 players in blank game week 31. They're saying plan to cover off the key players and only have 9 or 10 players, allowing you to strike a balance with the immediate upcoming game weeks. Opting for this strategy would enable you to take advantage of upcoming fixture opportunities with your free transfers, such as buying Liverpool players because of their kind schedule, while keeping and benching the majority of your problematic players in blank game week 31. Are you following it yet? Is this all very
Who's
clear?
this, Gibas? Have you asked ChatGPT?
This is FPL. This is the FPL app. This is what the squad, the scout guy on the FPL app is suggesting. And then the last bit is, which just sounds stupid, is sell players who you know will blank in game week 31. But I don't see the point in doing that, because if you sell your players, you can't buy them back at the same price and all of that stuff. So I think that's a silly idea.
Well, I've done a bit of delving into all the experts on the X and what have you, what they're telling you, and their plan generally, which seems like a solid one that should help everybody out, pod listeners only. basically, because you'd get rid of no one's got any Palace or Wolves players anyway, have they really?
No.
So you get Arsenal and City players to get rid of. Well, you can bench 3 of them anyway in game week 31, so that doesn't matter. So you basically just need to make sure you've only got 3 of them left, and then you can put them all on the bench.
Yeah.
So you kind of what the experts are calling a dead end your team. So you do that, get through game week 31, then you play a wild card in game week 32.
Right.
And then in game week 33 is a double game week. So in your wild card, you put a load of players in that have got double games the week after.
Mm-hmm.
And then in game week 33, which is a double week, you play a bench boost. So you could have 15 players that are playing double games anyway, and then your bench boost as well. So you've technically got 30 players playing in one week.
Yeah.
And then the week after that is when there's a blank week. So you're free hit.
That's when you use 34 is the free hit, isn't it?
And then after that, there should be another double game week where you can use your triple captain.
There you go. That sounds like a better option, to be fair. But I think the key thing is don't waste your
you just have to get
free hit on 31.
What we're now 29? Is it 29?
Yeah.
29.
So you've only got 2 games to sort of get rid of a few Arsenal and Man City players, and then
exactly. And then you're laughing. So there's some top tips for people who listen to the pod. Don't be sharing that on WhatsApp for other people. They need to listen in.
Well, it's freely available anywhere on the internet.
It is, but who can be asked, Steve, other than us researching this kind of stuff? So
you'll be surprised.
Well, yes, indeed. Right. Well, hopefully that's been useful. Let's play Who the Hell Knows. Let's pick some fixtures. Are you familiar with Who the Hell Knows, Alfie? Where essentially we just pick scores from football matches.
I'm not.
You're not. That's fine.
And I won't be very good at it, but we'll see.
Well, you never know. We never know. Let's look back on last week.
Zero skill involved.
There is zero skill, and you get nothing for winning in it other than just pride.
As we'll hear now when we get how we did last week.
Yeah, so Wolves against Villa last week. What was the Wolves first score? That's a good point. I was at a mind 2-0 Wolves. Yeah, I went for 2-1. I was the closest. So that was, I booked the trend. Everyone else went for, well, Steve, you went for a 1-1 draw. Leeds Man City. I went for 2-2. Steve, you went for 3-1 Man City. Then no one got the score bang on. And Fulham Spurs, I went 4-1. There was 2-0. Steve, Chris went 3-0, and Tim went 2-0 last week. So I think Tim was.
Lee.
What was that, Chris?
Sorry, Lee.
Yeah.
No,
it wasn't a good day. We're going to come on to talk about Spurs in a second. You'll be pleased to know. So yes, by the time you listen to this on a Friday morning, you'll know it's not exciting, but I pretend it's Steve. People can go, oh yeah, you were wrong already. They don't have to wait for next week. There's no jeopardy. But Leeds Sunderland kicks off shortly this Friday morning. So Steve, what do you reckon?
I mean, the pessimist in me tells me it'll all go wrong, but I mean, really, if we can win this one, we're pretty much safe, I reckon. If we win and West Ham lose. So, and I think they've got a few injury problems as well, Sunderland. So I'm going to go with a 2-0 to Leeds.
Ooh. I mean, I thought you played excellent the other night in the main. And again, if you can keep, and I think Sunderland a bit of a funny patch at the moment. So,
yeah, I don't think they're great away, are they, Sunderland?
No.
Just had a little bit of a dip, and if they've got a few players missing, that might play into our hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 Leeds. Gonna go bigger than that, and especially if we've just heard that Sunderland's keeper might be out. I'm gonna go 3-1 Leeds. Alfie, what do you reckon? What do you think of Leeds this season?
I was going to say 3-1 as well, just because, again, Sunderland away from home, they're in a bit of a rough patch. And I just think, again, Leeds it is at Ellen Road, isn't it? Yeah. I think you played really well against City. I was surprised that you didn't take anything away from that. So I see a few goals, but I see Sunderland nick one, so I'm going to go 3-1 as well.
3-1, good stuff. Chris, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds.
Oh, we're all going for Leeds big wins here. Lee, are you going to get revenge on the Spurs stuff last weekend, or are you going to go
No,
Leeds?
no, because I think Leeds will win.
Yeah.
My tactic is to just go for a score that nobody else has picked. So I'm going to go 3-0 Leeds.
3-0. Okay. Good stuff. And you were there, Steve, on Saturday. What was it like in the ground after Farker got his red card, which just seemed the refs are getting worse. I mean, if that's possible, what the hell he got a red card for, I don't know. But what was your take on it?
It was a bit strange because it was kind of opposite us, and I thought, well, it looks like he's off to have a word. I don't know whether he was complaining about the penalty or just it was the time wasting. I think he was complaining about.
It was the time wasting, wasn't it?
But it seems very odd that he was giving him a red card straight away. And listening to Farker afterwards, he said, I didn't even, apart from running towards him, I didn't even say a word to him.
Yeah, he didn't get near, did he? And the ref was like, yeah, you have. I hate refs. Genuinely
I don't know whether that's been rescinded or anything. Chris, did you hear about that?
I've not heard anything. No.
I doubt it would be, because they'll just look at it from its kind of dissent against the referee, so they won't want to be stepping down on that.
Aggressive,
but for me,
running onto the field.
There was a blatant red card in that game that wasn't looked at by VAR or anything like that. I just could not believe it. The studs.
The Turkey on ball as well, wasn't there?
Yeah. And I just thought, if that had been, and I think Gary Neville might have been on comms. I thought, if this was Old Trafford and someone did that to a Man U player, you'd be all over that, saying VAR should be looking at it and all that stuff. So I thought it was shocking.
Yeah, it's confusing. Well, the handball as well looked like a clear penalty to me afterwards. I didn't see it in real time, but afterwards you look at it and think, well, how can it not be?
Yeah. It's the big teams getting the decisions and stuff like that, isn't it? But yeah, I think Leeds have had a good season overall. I think they'll continue to end on a high. So yeah, I think we all collectively are confident that Leeds will beat Sunderland, and hopefully come Friday morning we'll all be right. So there we go. Newcastle Man U is happening Wednesday. Alfie, what do you reckon? Your brother's a bit of a Newcastle fan, is that right?
Yeah, so he's Newcastle. I'm United. So Man United. The proper United. Yeah, it's a weird one, because I think maybe like last couple of weeks ago I'd have said we'd probably trounce them, but I don't know. I think I've been at the past few United games, and after the first couple of wins under Carrick, it does look like we have been a bit sloppy and we've come good from individual genius. But I don't know. I'm going to say 2-2.
2-2, okay. A bit of a Desmond.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, I can see that. I'm gonna go 4-3 Newcastle. They've had some stupid results this season. I think it's gonna be one of those games that everybody's talking about. It's gonna be stupid goals at both ends. So I have a feeling Newcastle are due a result, and that's the kind of game that'll keep Howe in his job for a bit longer. I mean, I know they've got Europe as well, but in the Premier League they're not doing great, are they? And what's your take on, you mentioned there a bit about Carrick, a bit sloppy, but are you happy? Is he the man for the future for Man U?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with him, to be honest. I mean, look, at the end of the day, Liverpool won the league last year and they weren't very convincing for the most. Well, obviously they won the league, but like the football wasn't top tier, was it? But,
no.
I think as long as you're getting the results, and the players seem really, really happy under him, so I just don't see why you'd want to risk changing that and just starting from square one again. So I'm happy to take him on, whether or not it ends like Ollie. Obviously there's the complications there, but I'd say we're doing really well. If we can keep that up and get us top 4, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Well, you're looking certain for top 4 right now, aren't you? Let's be honest about it. If you look at the form table, I haven't seen it, but you're probably at the top of it.
Pretty sure we are, yeah. I think if we can get results against Newcastle and Villa, I think it's pretty dead set, really, isn't it? So
yeah. Good stuff. And obviously, as you said, you don't listen to this pod very much, so you won't know how our feelings for Manchester United. We'll reserve them as we've got a Man U on the pod. Out of respect. Chris, what do you reckon? Newcastle, Man U?
Yeah, Newcastle have really gone off the boil. I watched their game on Saturday, and they looked sloppy and awful. So I think it's going to be easy for Man United. So I'm going to say 3-0.
Oh wow! Okay. I mean, it'd be a little bit funny if they smashed them 5-0, like after the 5 from all those years ago that the Geordie's still going about. But yeah, if Man U were to do it back to them, would be quite amusing. But so 3-0. Lee, what do you reckon?
Just going off form, I'll go the opposite of you, Jamie. I think it's got goals in it. United aren't the best defensively, so I'll go 4-3 United. I think United will win. They're just on form, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got the hallmarks of being an amazing game, hasn't it? Let's be honest.
It's going to be 0-0, isn't it?
Of course, it's going to be 0-0. But all the games are on TNT this week, aren't they? Discovery, so that'll be good. And Steve, what do you reckon? Newcastle, Man U.
For my team, I'd like Fernandes and Burmo to do all right, but you lot are all going goals, so I reckon it'll be 1-1.
Fair enough. I don't think it's going to be 0-0. I'll be genuinely stunned if it's 0-0. I think there's too much going on. I think it's going to be end-to-end basketball stuff.
Yeah.
And the Geordies will get very excited.
It's sort of game Newcastle will be up for, the crowd will
be
beating Man United, won't they?
Yeah, exactly that. So no, it'll be a good game. Look forward to well, we'll have seen it by the time this pod goes out. Thursday night though, the one that everyone will be waiting for at the end of this game week is Spurs Palace. So Lee, over to you. How's your canny bag of Tudor going?
Popcorn out.
Still the same. It's just like it was such a strange appointment, and my opinion's not changed. It wasn't the right appointment. You know, we need to do what United have done. We need somebody to come in and steady the ship, and that could have been like, you know, one of the first team coaches or an ex-player, or, you know, even Redknapp, anybody that can come in. But the problem is the players, their attitude absolutely stinks. I wouldn't pay him like I said Romero the other week, Van der Ven showed it when you've probably all seen it on X, when like Tudor's telling him to push up and he's just like looking. I don't know if it's a communication problem, a language barrier or something, but they just don't seem up for it, the players. And it's one of those you'd be tempted. I would be tempted to play a lot of the younger players, and just say bollocks to you lot. You're overpaid. You're underperforming. Get some of the young, hungry lads in there. And you know, we've had all the injuries and all that type of thing. Fair enough, but with some of the players that we've got, they're not world class. They're not world class, but they are good enough to stay in the Premier League. But they're just not showing it. They are. And that, I think, that lack of confidence, I feel sorry for some of the younger players as well, you know, that have come in, like Simmons and Bergvall, who's injured. But all those kind of, they must be thinking, well, shit show, what have we come here for, you know? It's there's nothing to attract them. We've got a fantastic stadium, fantastic training facilities. Everything else about the club just stinks at the minute. Even the fans are like, toxic, and that toxic atmosphere at home just doesn't help, does it? You know what it's like when you've had that yourselves, you know, Leeds fans, you've had that at Ellen Road in the past. That atmosphere, just as soon as you get in the ground, you can feel it. There's almost like a tension, like the expectation is you're gonna lose. And also the teams that are coming in, so the teams that are coming to play you, they're like fired up. Tottenham, let's get them relegated, all that money. So yes, it's a bit of a shit show.
Palace have got their own problems at the moment, though, so it could be a good time to play them. To be fair, you just don't know, do you?
Yeah, again, if you go off the form book, I just don't. The difference is, I think, when you look at teams like Newcastle, Leeds against City is a classic example. Leeds played really well. You know, probably deserved a point, I think, because I definitely think it was a penalty. It was definitely handball. Sorry. Tottenham just don't look like. They just don't look like they want to win. It's almost like they're doing everything to not win. But Palace, I don't know. Palace aren't just in good form at the minute. I hope to God Tottenham do win, because I'd hate to see them relegated. But I don't know what the future is for Tottenham, to be honest with you. What do we do next? We've had some of the best managers in the world at the club. They've not been able to do anything, you know. It's all new. All the news at the minute is that Pochettino's coming back and he's going to be our saviour, but he'll probably come back and go, "What's happened?" You know?
What did I leave? What have I come back to?
What have I come back to? Unless Kane comes back as well and solves all our problems.
If you were Kane, though, he must be worshipped over there. You wouldn't want to leave, would you?
No, not a chance. He's the best English striker of my generation.
What's that, Steve? He doesn't want to play in the Championship.
They play in the Championship, is he?
You never know. He's getting old now. His knees are getting tired. You know.
I think Kane could retire and live in Germany, a very happy man for the rest of his life.
could,
To be
yeah.
fair.
He could.
He's doing fantastic over there, isn't he? But Lee, what do you reckon? Spurs Palace.
I will. I'm going to go. I'll go Spurs 2-0. I'll be positive for once.
Right, okay. I wasn't expecting that after what you just said, but I can see. I can tell how that could play out. I reckon it's going to be a really boring 0-0 draw on Thursday night. I reckon everyone's going to be really gutted that that's the final game of the game week. Alfie, what do you reckon?
Gut feeling says 2-0 Palace. They played quite well against United until the red card. I'm going to go 2-1 Palace.
2-1. All right, good stuff. Steve, what do you reckon?
We'll take that. We'll take 2-1. That'd be lovely. I mean, you say it's Tottenham won't go down because it's Tottenham, but he would have said that last season. But last season there was 3 terrible teams. If it had been anybody else that was down there where Tottenham are now, you'd just be saying, well, they nearly got relegated last season, so they probably will go down.
Yeah.
But because it's Tottenham, you think, well, Tottenham won't go down because they just don't. So, I mean, it would be hilariously, I'm sorry, but if Tottenham went down, that would be the dream ticket for me.
It would be deserved, though. That's the thing. And you know, even the like Tottenham groups, I mean, they're starting to shit themselves now because it's real. But do we deserve to stay up? No, we don't. We are crap. We are bad at football, and that's your job. Do you know what I mean? If I was that shit at work, I'd get sacked. Simple as that. They're not performing.
It's a appalling state. But yeah, I still don't. We've had this conversation before. I think Spurs will survive again because there's a load of
shitter teams. Yeah.
They only need to win a game, and then they'll probably win a couple, won't they? And they'll be fine.
I can't see them being in trouble. But yeah, it's still not a good season. Chris, what do you reckon? Spurs Palace.
I'm actually going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Okay. I mean, yeah, either way, it's going to be dull and boring. But let's see. That could be the 4-3 that everyone's excited about. And like you said, or someone said earlier, I don't think many people have Spurs and Palace players in their FPL teams, so I don't think it's going to be a big decider at the end of the week. But who the hell knows? Well, we all know now because it's Friday morning, so we'll see. And as I said, there is no FPL this weekend because it's FA Cup weekend. But before we move on to the quiz, I was going to ask Alfie, who's the best footballer in the Witter family, and who's the best at FPL?
Duke, hands down, best footballer. He's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Like I'm not even going to pretend I'm like half his abilities, to be honest. But Duke's really, really good. My dad, on the other hand, like I'd put myself in the middle of Duke and my dad. Like they're both complete opposite ends. And what was the second question? Sorry.
Who's best at FPL?
Do you know what? I know my dad's in a higher league, but like every time we're in, the main league where everyone's in. Yeah. Like my dad's always down the bottom. I'm sure he is. And sometimes I look at his team and I'm questioning what you're doing. I do you know what? I'd go on a whim. I'd say myself. I'd say I'm the best. But I'm sure Duke could have something to say about that.
Oh,
we'll have to get Duke on and see what his thoughts are. But no, I think you've obviously and you've got your uncle as well who plays.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about Anton's FPL ability, to be honest.
He does all right, doesn't he? He was on as a guest not that long ago. He was on this season, wasn't he?
Yeah. He's. I think he's struggling a bit now, but he was. I think he was top of everybody after week 1.
At the time, he was doing
week 1. He was at the top of the tree. Yeah, but he's fallen way down that tree.
Yeah.
As he did predict he was going to enjoy it while he was there because he didn't think it lasted very long.
That is true. Good stuff. And yes, obviously you've got that Man U Newcastle rivalry this week, so enjoy that one.
Yeah, well, when we beat him at Old Trafford, I think it was Boxing Day, wasn't it? I made sure Duke got a good grilling, so hopefully it's same tomorrow. Otherwise, he'll be giving it to me.
Yes, well, it's only to be expected, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
All good stuff. Thank you for that. Right, so it's time for our ChatGPT quiz, which I know you all can't wait for. And this week, because I asked it about kids' TV, essentially, I asked it 100 questions about footballers on television. on TV shows. Now, it came up with some random shit, like question 91. Why do footballers appear on dream job challenge shows? And the answer was to attempt unexpected professions. Why do footballers appear in motivational series? To share life lessons with young people. So it went a bit weird, but I did say, can you be a bit more specific about like actual actual children's TV? And it came up with just random TV preferences. So it's come up with 40. So if you pick a number between 1 and 40, and we'll have 3 quick rounds. So Alfie, we'll start with you. Pick a number between 1 and 40.
Go 7.
7. Which iconic Arsenal goalkeeper competed in the first season of Dancing on Ice?
Seaman.
It was Seaman. You are right. Well done. I love the way Chris uses his little raise his hand. He's like, come on. Go on then, Chris. You can go next.
Don't say little. Don't say little. You can't say little to Chris. It upsets
Sorry.
Beetle hands.
I meant the little hand on the screen. I'm not talking about his. I'm not saying he's got little hands. Go on, Chris. Pick a number.
15.
15, right. Which footballer was on The Masked Singer as Grandfather Clock? I have no clue.
I do have a clue on this.
Oh, Alfie could steal.
Which football?
Oh, Chris is the master of the steal as well, and now he's going to get.
Yeah, you're about to get done.
I'm gonna say Chris Waddle.
Oh,
And hold on,
pause
isn't
with
it?
that one. Alfie, do you want to go?
Oh wait, I might have. I know. I think I've got the wrong one actually.
Oh,
I've got a different Masked Singer. I'm pretty sure.
Who were you going to say?
I'll get Toby Alderweireld, but I think
No.
he was a different one.
It wasn't.
He was an owl, I think.
Who wants to steal?
Glenn Hoddle.
It was Glenn Hoddle.
I was going to say Glenn Hoddle.
No, you said Chris Waddle, and you don't.
Yeah, no, I bet it was Glenn Hoddle because I was thinking of their
Yeah.
song.
Anyway, it was Glenn Hoddle. It wasn't Chris Waddle. Right.
Look back
Lee.
on the edit, I said Hoddle.
All right.
You can't give 2 answers, Chris.
That's what I was going to say. Your first answer was wrong.
Yeah, you only
Lee,
put one little hand up.
Lee, go on. Pick a number.
Number 4, please, James.
Number 4. Which ex-Newcastle midfielder finished 4th in I'm a Celebrity in 2015?
Oh God.
Didn't even know he was on I'm a Celeb.
No, I didn't. I don't even know the answer. We'll say Les Ferdinand.
No. Oh, Chris has
little
put his
hand
hand
there.
up.
Darren,
Yeah.
do you know what?
No. Alfie, I think you were going.
No, I'll let Chris take it because that was my answer.
All right, okay. Well, it's not Ginola. Anyway.
Why is it not?
It's not Gaza.
No. It's a gap. It was Kieran Dyer.
Oh, yeah, he was on,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
So there you go. Steve, pick a number.
50.
50. We said up to 40, so I'll give you 40. Which ITV, it's an easy one, which ITV drama centered on a fictional Premier League club and its players' families, in particular other halves?
Oh, footballers' wives.
Yes. See, sometimes you get the easy ones, sometimes you get the easy ones. So there you go. I think everyone's got 1 point apart from Chris. Is that right?
Yeah.
Alfie, over to you. Second round.
We'll go. No, we've not had 17 yet, have we? 17.
We have not. Oh, what a shit. I have to ask the question. Apologies. Well, you'll be happy. Which keeper reached week 7 on Dancing on Ice with pro skater Pam O'Connor?
Sorry, Seaman.
It was Seaman. There you go. You've got Seaman twice.
Come on.
Digs in it. Digs in it, lad.
Am I just picking the Seaman quiz? Oh, wait.
Well, you are. You absolutely are.
I didn't intend for that. But...
I don't know. I'd like to see what Jamie's third question is, where Alfie has to answer Seaman.
I mean, you couldn't make it up. Chris, over to you.
8.
8. Which ex-Liverpool goalkeeper appeared on Hell's Kitchen in 2009?
Bruce Gobbler?
Apparently it was, yeah. I mean, who knew that Bruce could be on Hell's Kitchen? I can't remember it.
I was going to say David James.
Yeah, no, you'd have thought it was more of a David James thing than Bruce Grobbelaar. But yeah,
I met Bruce Grobbelaar once.
was he a nice guy?
Yeah, he was. He was really nice, yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Did he
quite
do his
pissed.
wobbly legs?
He was quite pissed, and I mean, probably was a bit of a wobbly
Probably
leg.
was
'Cause
too,
I was quite pissed as well.
You had a wobbly leg off. That
It was
would be
after a
quite
Madonna concert in Cardiff,
amazing.
and there was lots of blokes with pink cowboy hats on, I seem to recall, and groups of women, and then we just staggered up this outdoor drinking area, and then I just literally glanced at him, and I thought, and then I double took, and I was like, "That's Bruce Grobbelaar," and he saw me sort of saying, "That's Bruce Grobbelaar," and he like waved at me, and I was like, "Hey, Bruce, hey!" Then I went and got a pint, went and stood with him, and had a good chat. It was a right laugh.
Amazing. You met Bruce Grobbelaar at a Madonna concert. Yeah.
And then when I got chatting to him, I noticed he was sat with Ronnie Whelan and Michael Thomas as well.
Excellent. Who knew they were big? And in Cardiff as well. It wasn't like it was just down the road.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Steve. Thank you. Lee, pick a number.
Oh, let's go number 1.
Number 1. Which ex-England and Tottenham player later became a presenter on the One Show after earlier appearing on the Great Sport Relief Bake Off?
That's really easy.
Was it?
We don't see him anymore, do we?
We don't. We certainly don't. I almost said disgraced presenter, but I thought.
Oh, shut up talking.
You forgot his name.
I have forgotten his name.
Put your little hand up, Chris. You can stay.
I was. Oh, I can see him walking his bloody dog as well.
Is that what he does now?
Yeah, he does.
He's got a podcast.
It's gone. He's gone.
He's out.
I'm going to say
Tell
Kieran
him.
Dyer.
Tell him.
Jermaine Jenis.
It was.
That was it, JJ.
Coin.
Steve, over to you.
39.
Oh, you're sticking with the high ones. See, Steve's not daft. He knew Footballers' Wives was 40, so he knew 39 would be easy. What long-running Sky Sports show had footballers like Gary Stevens in its early presenting lineup?
Dream Team?
No, it's a very popular show, but Gary Stevens was one of the first presenters, surprisingly, but one of the later presenters, and you can't get a point for stealing unless anyone wants to steal first.
Soccer AM.
It was Soccer AM, Alfie. There you go.
Well done.
You've gone 3. There you go. Yeah, I remember when Gary Stevens was on it. It wasn't a funny show at that point.
Which Gary Stevens was it? The Everton one or the Tottenham one?
Tottenham one, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But I remember watching it when Gary Stevens was on.
The one that Vinnie Jones broke his leg, didn't he? And ruined his career, I think.
Oh, did he? I didn't realise. But anyway, he was on Sky because Soccer M used to be a bit more serious than it when it first started. It was a bit dull. Right, Alfie, I think you've got this in the bag, but to win it, pick a number.
We know what the answer is.
Number 2, Seaman.
Number 2 is which defender appeared on the Real Housewives of Cheshire during his Stoke City spell? Oh, Chris suddenly. Oh, I'm a fan of her. The Real
I think
Housewives
I might
of
know
Cheshire.
this as well.
Fucking, I don't know, Ryan Shawcross.
It's not. Who wants to steal? Go on, Steve.
Is it Wes Brown?
It's not. No.
No, Peters.
It is Peters. Chris knows his Jersey Housewives. So Real Housewives of Cheshire.
Yeah,
But
I
yes.
do.
So there we go. Very good. What are you on now then? Because have you snuck back in?
Yeah, I've got 1 and then 2
And then
sneaks.
2. Right, here you go. You could go level with Alfie with this one then.
What number? Let's go for 10.
10 is which ex-West Ham defender was part of the iconic Footballers special of Come Dine With Me?
Neil Ruddock.
It was. You're right. Lee, what are you on? Are you on 2 or 3?
Iconic West Ham defender?
You're on 1. All
That's
right,
not
Lee.
very good.
Yeah. Well, it was an iconic Footballers special rather than being an iconic defender. But yeah, Lee, pick a number.
I'll go 35.
35 is which UK broadcaster launched Football Italia in the 1990s?
Channel 4.
It was. Well done. And Steve, what are you on to?
I've no idea.
He's no idea. This is score level with Chris and Alfie.
15.
15 is... Oh, we already had that one. It was the Glenn Hoddle clock
16.
one. 16. Which England left back was the only contestant to pass the tests in Celebrity SAS Who Dares Wins?
England left back. It must be Stuart Pearce.
No, Chris has got his hand up to steal and win.
Graham Lasso?
No.
Ashley Cole.
No.
Tony DeRigo.
No. Alfie, do you want to have a guess? You can win.
England left back.
He fell out quite big with one of his teammates.
Graham Lasso.
Wayne Bridge.
It was Wayne Bridge.
Oh yes, that one as
Oh,
well.
right. Alfie
I was thinking
wins
it
and
was Graham
saves
Lasso.
us having to go for a tiebreaker question. So well done there. That was good.
With a helping hand from Graham.
Congratulations on winning this week's random ChatGPT quiz. So
Oh,
there we
you.
go. There we have it for another edition of Sing When You're Winning. So thank you very much, Alfie, for joining us.
No worries, thanks for having me.
No, thanks for joining us. You've finally popped your podcast cherry, shall we say?
Yeah. Speaking about a lot of semen, so there we go.
Lots of semen.
Well,
yeah.
you said it. I kind of chose not to go there, but there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's not your title this week, is it, Jim?
It certainly won't be the title this week. Oh dear. But yes, congratulations on that. And good luck as well in FPL. We normally wish your football team good luck. But as you spot, we can't bring ourselves to do that. Well, I'm a Borough fan, but there you go. Well, but yes, but good luck tomorrow night against Newcastle. Anyway, hope it's a good game.
Getting promoted as well.
Yes, all of that good stuff. And thanks again to Chris, to Lee, and to Steve as well. Enjoy the football this week. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at SWYW_FPL. Leave us a comment on YouTube. They think it's all over. It is for this week. Enjoy your footballing week. Keep on singing and keep on winning. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
In a bit.
Get out of my podcast.